November 23rd, 2017, a day of eggnog, turkey, thankfulness, and so much more. You were with your family, thinking about how you've doubled, tripled, quintupled, 10x'd your money in crypto just in the 1 year. And now you want to share this information, this knowledge. Bitcoin's only $8,000. There is more room to go. And you tell them, hey, you guys should buy this. And they do. The great Thanksgiving pump of 2017 leads us to new heights, takes Bitcoin to $15,000, $18,000, $19,000. At Christmas time, everybody's celebrating. Everybody's happy. Well, since then, things have gotten a little awkward. We're down in the depths now, back below $5,000, back below where they bought at $8,000. And what's worse, they probably bought some altcoins because you told them that you make even bigger gains in that world. Did they take their money out? Nah, probably not. Now, what are you going to say this Thanksgiving? That's the question a lot of people have right now. As you prepare to go eat turkey some more, will the mirth be as mirthy? Will the turkey be as delicious? Will you be as excited at the table? You might be down 20%, 50%, 80%, 90%. You might have lost it all. Betting, gambling on margin at places you shouldn't have been doing so. That's where you might be right now. I hope you weren't. Maybe you made money. Maybe you did great. Maybe you're even happier now than you were last year. But for many of us, that conversation is a little scary to think about this year. They may say, if they never bought, they never participated, but they've heard the headlines, they may say, are you okay? Are things all right? Are you struggling? Or worse, they bought, they did participate, and they're a little upset. They're like, I can't believe I did that. Do they blame you? Well, they shouldn't. We should all take responsibility for our own decisions, but you never know. So now we come into this Thanksgiving, and what do we say? Do we tell them to hold? Do we tell them to double down and buy more? Do we tell them to do what? Well, I would advise you to not advise them, for one, and just tell them you got to do what's right for you. That said, there is opportunity still in this market. The fundamentals of crypto have not changed as much as the price has, and you should be confident talking to your family to say, this is a risky asset class, and we made a risky bet. And now what you can do is you can dollar cost average in. This is something that a lot of people didn't do. They just went and they bought, and that was that. They didn't use risk management, and risk management is what comes into play now. If you want to be part of this market going forward, there may be more downside. We could go to 3K. We could go to 1K. We've heard calls for all sorts of prices. But personally, I feel that under $5,000 Bitcoin is Bitcoin that we will consider cheap at some point in the future. Now, if you want to say, hey, family member, dad, mom, grandpa, brother, whoever that might be, I think you should buy at exactly $2,700 because that's the absolute bottom. That's a little tough to say. It may never get there, or maybe it goes well below that. Most people, when they buy crypto or anything, they should dollar cost average in. That way, let's say they do $100 a month over the course of the year. They've invested $1,200 and they get the average price throughout the year. If the bear market lasts 3 years, they're not worrying about what they put in a lump sum for that entire time. And hey, if it does last 3 years, if it goes sideways, they will have the average price of what it costs throughout that tenure. And you know what? They bought this time around in the bear market when the price was down, where the potential was up. They didn't buy the top. They didn't buy when it was 20K. And then there's so much room to go down when the exuberance was highest. When people are distressed, when blood is in the streets, that's where you want to be a market participant. You want to be looking to buy. Is this the bottom? I don't know. Probably not. There's a lot of resistance overhead. But we are a lot closer to the bottom than we were a year ago.